How's it going? So today we're going to be talking about your brand is your future. So there's lots of ways you can take that, of course, and I'm talking about what does it mean? Like, what is your brand? What is it? Right? I'm going to tell you it's your future and what I mean by that. But first, my name is Jean-Serge Gagnon and I help you create digital courses so you can live your life on your terms. So I'm listening to Sir Richard Branson, right? The book Business Bear. Anyways, I wrote it in the comments there. But he's talking about all sorts of different things. And right now, I'm in the section where he talks about the brand, the Virgin brand. You know, when they started out, they were like in the 70s, I think it was. It was like, okay, what is the Virgin brand? What do we want to be like? What do we want people to associate with? That's what the brand is. A brand is, what do you want people to associate with, right? What do you want people to think when they see your brand, when they see your logo, when they see your company name, right? That's for brands, for businesses. But when we talk about online entrepreneurs, doing personal branding, the personal brand, and when you're creating courses, you got to have a brand that people associate with. So your brand has to be kind of like so this is it. So your brand has to be what they expect, right? And that's why I say your brand is your future. And I'm kind of actually realizing this myself now. I've always known that you should have a vision. You should have a plan. You should have goals. You should have, write down your ideal day and think of it and meditate and all these things, right? And I'm sure you've heard about that plenty as well, right? And the thing is that kind of, I guess I connected the dots, and this is all just new for me, so maybe I'm wrong or whatever, but it just seems so logical to me. If your brand is what you want people to associate with when they see you, when they see your face on Facebook, when they see your posts, when they see your videos, if you want them to associate something, well, whatever it is you want them to associate with, right, is what you will be in, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever time it takes for you to build your brand, right? So whatever it is that you want them to see today, you got to be working towards that, right? And that's what it is when we talk about the vision, right? When we talk about your vision, what's your perfect vision? What's your perfect day? And by the way, I was going to go outside. It's actually really nice out, but look at that. It's like super windy, so you probably have trouble hearing me. So that's why I'm in here. But so what is, all these things we talk about, your vision, right? What's your perfect day? How, what time are you getting up? How much money you have in the bank account? What is it that you do for work? What is all these things, all these perfect things? That's your vision for the future, right? Well, that's what your brand has to be for people. You have to put together a kind of the exact same thing for your brand. What is it that you want people to see when they think of you? That's your brand. And it can be a vision for the future. So it's your future. It's the future. It's the future of you, and it's also the future that you have to visualize today, right? That's what I mean when I say your brand is your future. It can be taken two ways, right? It can be said, okay, your brand is going to become what you're going to be. It's going to be your future. That brand will follow you until you die, right? It's your future. But it can also be taken the other way. Your brand is whatever you want in your future. What is it that you want to see come in your future, come to be? What do you want to be known for? What do you want them to connect with you for? What do you want them to think when they, like I said, when they see you? So that's your future that you're documenting, you're detailing before, you're detailing it right now, whatever your future is later, right? So you got to do that. That's what it is. That's what your brand is your future. That's what I mean by that. And if you have done any kind of personal development, you know that we talk about you got to have a vision, you got to have a goal, you got to have so that you can kind of see what that is. When we talk about the law of attraction, the quantum physics, all these different things, all these different, beliefs that are out there, even God and praying and all these things, that they're all very similar in terms of the fact that there's a belief that something out there controls us more than we control ourselves, but we have to work towards it. We have to put the effort in. We have to think about it. We have to decide how we want to do things. So that's what the vision is. That's like, when you're praying to God, if you're religious, it's very similar. You're praying to something you want in the future, right? You're letting go. You're letting go of it. You're just asking somebody else to give it to you, but you know that you still have to do some work, but you're letting go of how it's going to happen. You're just, asking. In the case of religion, you're asking God. In the case of quantum physics or laws of attraction, you're asking, the universe. It's very similar. I'm not saying it's the same thing. I don't want to get into that kind of debate, but it's very similar. It's asking and letting go, right? So that's what you got to do. You got to put together your vision. That's your brand. Your brand is your future. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you think anybody needs to hear this message, then go ahead and share. I'd really appreciate that. And I will see you in tomorrow's video.